Hi class and scholars, thank you for being with us again in this AOA, African, Oceanic, and America's Art Introduction, Part 2. So we left off in the first video. The timeline approach is a really fantastic way to look at art. And so we look at year 1, year 0, and year 1 as the year in the Gregorian calendar or the Christian calendar that Christ was born. And our world operates by this. Not that we believe as Christians or believe as Muslims or believe as Jewish people, or that we do or don't. It's just that the world operates as under this Gregorian calendar, and so will we. And the reason I talk to you about that is because so does art history, right? So you can see this Hellebrun timeline of art history from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Starts way back at 20,000 years old. We do have works a bit older and goes all the way up until now. And I just think that this is a really fantastic way for you to visualize art. And we will do a project just like this. So I'm excited for us to continue together. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so about African art history. Our oldest human ancestor was found in East Africa, which is here. And that is the skeleton remains of Lucy. I'm sure you've heard of her. Africa is 3.5 times the size of the United States. So this is just a brief overview, but 3.5 of the United States could fit into Africa. Many cultures still live traditionally as they once did off of the land. Africa is extremely rich in mineral wealth, oil, natural resources, and it is rapidly developing at a pace we have never seen before, which is a danger for its traditional peoples. Here we have a beautiful work of art from West Africa. This is called the Ivory Mother. These are two beautiful Ere Ibeji figures. You don't have to know the names as of yet. I just want you to visually look at them. Look at the beautiful beadery. Look at the polishing. These are wood figures from West Africa. This is an ivory, very famous figure from West Africa. This is an Nkisi Nkanga from the Congo, Central Africa. It's wooden, it has nails in it, and it was used to heal disputes between two people. Let's say you and I are having an argument over someone who treated us poorly. We bring that third person in, the shaman drives the nail into this figure, and we create a resolution. The three of us can never speak of it again. It has been healed. So this is kind of like the justice system in Central Africa, in the Congo and Angola. And this piece has helped heal many resolutions, right? Let's move on. These are beautiful photographs by Carol Beckwith and Angela Fisher of the Dinka in Sudan. I wanted you to see how people still live in contemporary times, contemporarily now, off of the land, herding their beautiful cows, living off of cow's milk and cow's blood. And this is the wealth in East Africa. This is how wealth is measured, through cows, through cattle. This is a beautiful Maasai bride, Kenyan bride, and another beautiful woman from Ghana, decorated in her gold, and I love her beautiful golden flakes on her cheeks. I wanted you to see some of the people. We're going to skip, because this is a brief overview to oceanic art, or the art history of the Pacific, right? And one of the big things I want to stress to you about this is we don't realize that here and here, Oceania, or the Pacific Ocean, you can see my mouth swirling in, is 1/3 of the world. Can you believe that? And that's because we usually have maps that cut it off. Maps usually begin here, showing North America, Central, South America, Africa, Europe in the middle, right? And the Atlantic in the middle. And we cut off the Pacific Ocean on each end. But here this map is so brilliant, you can see the entirety of the Pacific Ocean. And if our globe, if you were to compare it to an orange, it would be 1/3 of that globe, of that orange. How miraculous, right? Okay, so these are beautiful figures from a little teeny island in the middle of nowhere called Easter Island. And these are Moai statues. They're the kings, the chiefs of the people who came in the past. We're going to learn more about Easter Island. It's a very mysterious, beautiful place. I want you to know that these Moai were carved, and for the longest time we thought that they were just statues, heads actually, but they have bodies. Isn't this incredible? Look at how long they are. Quarried in the island quarry by traditional people, and as the legend goes, the Moai walked down the hill. So we'll discover a little bit more about this. This is an exhibition that I worked on called Oceanic Art, a Celebration of Form, and this is a really beautiful Nuku Oro, N-U-K-U, new word O-R-O, Nuku Oro figure from the Atoll Island. A small island is called an atoll, or an atoll, A-T-O-L-L, island of Nuku Oro. And this piece is so magnificent. You can see the modern forms, the contemporary forms protruding, but this is a traditional work of art. So I want to show you just how brilliant traditional indigenous art can be, just giving you a little taste here. We'll skip to the Art of the Americas. This is a beautiful mask from the Pacific Northwest. A beautiful stone, huge stone, monolith head of the Olmec people in Central America. And from South America, a beautiful Peruvian spoon, gold and turquoise. So we have North America, Central America, and South America. Just a couple tastes of aesthetics from these regions. I want you to know that if you take notes in this class, these are pretty steady sketches, but I was successful in my art history classes because I would do very quick sketches of the works to memorize them. These are intense sketches. Your sketches don't have to look like this, but within your notes, sketching can help. And I just want you to be aware that even a couple quick lines can really help encode these visual images into your memory. I want you, for a lot of graphic designers out there, I want you to see what's going on and the inspiration that can happen from traditional art. This is a man, a contemporary man from the Omo Valley region of Ethiopia, and you can see digital graphic designers have resurfaced his face on a computer. And this is really digital art. So I want you to know that these skills and visual modalities and visual language and shapes, forms, the visuality that we're learning in this class can transfer into your future careers. This is a digital printer, a 3D printer, and many of these images are influenced by African art, oceanic art, art of the Americas. So how interesting, right? We really are on the cutting edge of the future in the arts. And this visual information will help inspire you and lead you throughout your career to educate you and impress other people with your education. That's really the fun part. So I hope you enjoy it. I want you to know that San Diego Mesa College is located in Claremont, San Diego, and it has a beautiful glass gallery that is full of African art. It's in the library, or the LRC. This is a couple photos of it. San Diego Mesa College has its own collection of African art. I wanted you to know that. If you have any questions you would ever like to volunteer with us, just go ahead and email me. This was something really cool that I wanted to show you guys. When I find interesting information about the educational world, the art world, I like to share it with my students. So as a graduate student at USC, I discovered iTunes U, which is essentially courses, free courses available from top institutions all over the world. Duke University, Yale, Harvard, institutions in Florida, in Canada, in Mexico, in South America, in Africa, in Asia. Professors and students are posting their courses on this iTunes U. And it is just, there are so many courses, hundreds of courses from universities and colleges, from beyond campus and K through 12 material. If you ever get stuck in any of your classes, this could be a wonderful resource. And if you ever want to peek around and look at more art history courses, this could be a fantastic resource as well. So I just want to thank you for joining me, let you know that this is the end of my Part 2 mini lecture, and I hope you learned a lot. This is just the beginning of our course. Welcome. I can't wait to have this adventure with you. Thank you so much for being here.